Can you tell by my walk? Can you hear it in my talk? I'm barely cool. I'm barely cool. Can't you see in my eyes? It should come as no surprise. I'm barely cool. I'm barely cool. I'm barely cool. The barely cool. No, the barely cool. The barely cool. Yeah, the barely cool. The barely cool. No, the barely cool. Yeah.
How we doing? We going? We going. Welcome back to the Barely Cool podcast with your host. Wait, check this. I don't know if you can see this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That, my friends, is a peach pear LaCroix. Now, Ben had one of these a couple weeks ago. I can't remember what I called it. Ben was solo. Today is another solo episode for me, the best co-host of the Barely Cool podcast, Judah Middle, and baby, we're in nature. We're enjoying nature. You and me? Yeah, it's a little thing I like to call nature. We're camping. I'm enjoying a beautiful provincial park. I'm here with my wife. She just got back from the bathroom taking a piss. You might be in the frame there. I don't know. Hard to tell. You have to go to the tent. You're going to be in the shot. You're going to be in the shot. It's embarrassing. Can you see into the tent? No, I doubt it. I doubt it. Flipping mosquito. No. Just zip up stuff. I don't know what you're doing. It's the Barely Cool podcast. We're hanging out, and we're at Lake Erie, and we've been here for about a day, about 24 hours. Ben said, Judah, we need to record a podcast. I said, Ben, I'm contractually allowed to do a solo episode because you just did one. I'm contractually obligated. And so here we are. Let me tell you something about nature. It's a lot of bugs. There was a bee earlier. I like bees. I don't like wasps. They look pretty similar. Wasps look mean. They look angry. They're all sleek and shiny, but they got angry little eyes. Whereas bees are fuzzy. They're kind of nice guys. I don't have a shot of Ben. When Ben did his solo episode, I said, "Hey Ben, wouldn't it be funny if you did like a little thing where the second shot is just an empty chair and he could keep going, oh, isn't that right, Judah?" That was my idea, by the way. And I don't have a second camera. I don't have a second phone to use. I don't even have a tripod. I've got my phone set up on a picnic table with just like what's it called? Like a toiletry bag holding it up and a water bottle on the other side for balance. We're taped together here, but that's okay. We've already gone through 2 things of firewood. I am not conservative with my use of firewood. I'm gonna be burning fires till the midnight come. You know, I'm gonna be. I love fire. I could stare at a fire for hours, just watching those flipping little embers crisp up. Watching the there's a flipping bird going nuts with like the funniest little call too. Just meh, meh, meh. Oh, we're in a call and response. Meh, meh. Oh, there's no way he thinks I'm a bird. He's just going nuts over there. I got a fire pit behind me. I've got those like coils to keep mosquitoes away. You burn them and smoke comes in. It keeps mosquitoes away. They're like 20 years old. Found them at my parents' place. And they clearly don't work. And they probably cause cancer. So, Campin' 101 with Judah Middle of the Barely Cool podcast. Get yourself some mosquito coils that categorically do not work because they are not. I see mosquito. I pretty much saw a mosquito land on one the other day, like an hour ago. What am I? I'm in the shot. Why are you changing there? You got a mosquito on your forehead as we speak. Those coils give you a flippin' emphysema. Sucking that back. The mosquitoes don't even give a rip. But they last a while. I wish we had more. I wish we had like 7 of them going at once. That would be good. But we're here. We're enjoying nature. We're at Lake Erie. Provincial Park by Lake Erie. I'm not going to say which one, because this is our special spot, and we don't want you to ruin it. We're going to come here every year. No, we're not. Because, let me tell you something about Lake Erie, for those of you at home who might not know. There's a beach right in this provincial park, and you are not supposed to swim there, because it is full of E. coli. We did a little tracker thing. They test the water, like, weekly. And you can see how it's doing online or whatever. And most of the beaches in this chunk of Ontario are getting the good old green flag, good to swim. There's 2 that are red with E. coli, and one of which is the one we're at now. We're at Port Burwell, and yeah, they do not want you swimming here. And I'll tell you, a lot of people don't care. We went to the beach. So many people there in swimsuits getting all wet up in that E. coli water. I don't know if we had to check online for it to say that it was E. coli. When we came into the park, there was just a sign that says swimming is not recommended because of high bacteria levels. Now, I'm a smart cookie, and I knew that means E. coli. That means poop water. But apparently some people don't flippin' care, because a lot of people were getting dirty in there with their swimsuits on. So, we probably won't come back here. Well, we might. I don't know. Maddie's shaking her head no. We might. It's quaint. It's quaint. We were talking about, okay, how long would it take to go to all the provincial parks in Ontario? I didn't know how many there were. Some of you listening at home or watching on the YouTubes might know how many there are, but I had no clue. And so we were talking about, okay, well, we could do probably 3 a summer, maybe like one a month. Probably won't go in September or like pre-summer, but we'll see how long it takes. Let me tell you, there's like over 300 provincial parks. That would take us 100 years to do that. So we're not going to see all the provincial parks, which is fine because, honestly, I bet some of them are real stinkers and not all of them are going to be great. But that's fine. We're here. We're enjoying nature. I'm noticing a lot of flies buzzing around, which is a new development. They were not here yesterday. My nose is a little stuffed up. Maybe I'm allergic to nature. Maybe I'm still getting over a little bit of a cold. Pull the mic away to sniffle. Disgusting. I'm sick. I mean, like, sick as in gross. Not sick as in ill. I think I'm feeling fine, other than being stuffed up occasionally. But when I talk a lot, it kind of plugs up my nasal passages. I don't know why. What kind of flippin' bird is that, man? That's crazy. There's like a bird. I thought it was a raccoon. It's making like a little like rolling sound. Like that, but better. What else was I going to say? Yeah, the E. coli thing is crazy. I don't understand how people are just content to flippin' get all swammed up in E. coli. How we looking? We looking good on battery. We're looking good on audio. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to see. Yeah, flipping so many people coming in and out of the beach, sopping wet in their E. coli water. I didn't even want to touch it. Like we read on the website, it was like, here's how to be safe with it. Don't like if you drink a lot of it, that's what'll get you sick if it gets into your body that way, or open parts of your body, your face. So if you keep your face out, that might be fine. But then it was like, if you have an open wound, get the frick out of here, dude. If you have an open wound, don't go in, which I don't, but seems gross. Wash your hands after going in. Like it's literally like not clean water. Don't eat anything after going in there if you haven't washed your hands. Like that's the level of E. coli we're talking about here. So many people just flipping in. Get off. Mosquitoes. I'm flipping losing it. They know I'm recording the hit podcast Barely Cool, and they want a piece of the fame. They want a piece of the pie. Not today. Vultures, they are. They're like blood-sucking insects almost. They are blood-sucking insects. They're mosquitoes. We're off to a good pace here. Ben really slows us down, clearly. Clearly I could do this alone. Clearly I'm not running out of stuff to talk about 5 minutes in. I haven't even mused. I haven't even thought about what I was going to talk about. I just got ready, hit record, and we're flying. I'm trying to think, what have I noticed about camping? I like there to be less mosquitoes, I'll tell you that right now. I like cooking while camping. We got a little Coleman propane stove, also probably like 20 years old. I thought the propane tank might explode when I lit it, but it didn't. We're still here. I like a little bit of glamping. That's the big thing. People talk about camping or glamping. I'm not a trailer guy. I don't want a trailer. I don't need that. I like a tent, actually. That was nice, sleeping in that tent. It's my first time as an adult man camping, even. Probably my first time as an adult man sleeping in a tent, if I'm being honest. What? What are you commenting on? I've never slept in a tent as an adult. I know. I've had opportunities. There's been times where people have tents, but most of those times there's like, oh, that mosquito went into my flippin' eye. I'm gonna flippin' sue. It's because I'm slightly further away from the fire. I could back up. I could just screw Ben over and get this camera angle like impossible for him to edit. And just back up real close to the fire. I'm not moving the camera. We're already going. I'm not doing another take. But, what was I saying? What was I talking about? What the flip was I saying? Oh, I just punched him out of the air. This whole podcast is going to be me fighting mosquitoes. That's fine, though. As long as they don't go to my face. You can land on my leg. I'm not going to really care that much. I'm already bit up. What was I saying? Glamping, camping? Yeah, I've never slept in a tent before as an adult man. I've flipping before you get your bunches in a panty twist. What do they say? They don't say that. Before you get all bunched. I've camped before, okay, as a child. What are you doing? You moving the fire around? Yeah, move it around. Flip those logs over so their fresh sides are getting burnt up. I've camped before as a child. I was probably, 8. I would say max 8 the last time I camped. I was not old. So that's why all our camping gear, not all of it, but a lot of it is like 20 years old because I borrowed it from my parents, and they have not camped since that time that I was like 8. So that Coleman little propane stove with propane tanks. I did not buy new tanks. I just used the ones that we found at my parents' place. And they are old. There's that emphysema. Is that the right word? Is that a word? Emphysema? Nice. Chalk one up for Judah. I don't know what I mean either. But yeah, so a lot of this camping stuff, the cookware is all old. These mosquito coils are old. But yeah, I haven't slept in a tent as an adult until last night, and let me tell you, I liked it. I kind of liked it. You can hear nature around you. You can hear the calls of such creatures like, Becky, oh my gosh, turn the noise down. You can hear a chainsaw revving bright and early. I'm being sarcastic and cynical. The sound of bugs and little frogs and crickets and stuff was nice. And people got quiet pretty quick. We went to bed early, but it was, I don't know, they probably have like a quiet time at like 11 or something. I have no clue. But sleeping in a tent was grand. It was nice. We have little solar lights. This is the universal symbol for solar light. We have little solar lights around our tent pegs. Kind of casts a nice ambient glow. And it was a nice sleep. We got an air mattress in there. See what I'm saying? A little bit of the glamping. And our air mattress is a queen size because that's what we sleep on at home. And so we went for comfort. We brought sheets with us. We brought blankets, our usual blankets. We brought pillows. Because sleep is important. You don't want to skimp out on sleep if you can avoid it. Because you need that stuff. It's good to have sleep. You want to have good food with you. We definitely overpacked food. Holy. We're here for like 2 days. We came from Sunday to Tuesday. And we're leaving tomorrow. We have a cooler full. We've got like 6 nectarines for 2 days. 2 people. That's a lot of nectarines. Blueberries, a full pack of blueberries. We've got like 12 muffins. No, less than that. But still, a lot of muffins. We made a zucchini loaf. Like zucchini bread with chocolate chips. One of those, massive. Did you bring both packs of breakfast sausages or just the one? You brought both. Insane. Yeah, we are so over-prepared. We borrowed a cooler from a friend. Because this is our first time camping. We bought some stuff. We bought the air mattress. We bought the tent. And I think it's safe to say we will never use them again. We're not camping people. We hate it here. And it's a bad time all around. So, really looking forward to getting home. No. I'm having a good time. Maddie's pissed off about the beach. There is a beach. The beach is fine. Just don't go into the water. You'll get flipping riddled with E. coli and start pooping your brains out. But that could also happen just from cooking. Our own cooking problems. So, luck of the draw. We have a full cucumber. Like, we are so over-prepared. Extra clothes. And amidst all of that over-preparedness, a couple key things we didn't bring. Really anything to do the dishes with. We have a single washcloth. We have 3 washcloths, apparently. But we don't have, like, a good sponge. We did not bring a water jug. We thought we'd be fine just walking back and forth from the water spout with a big tub. Like a dollar store kind of, like, dish tub. It's been fine, but it's not ideal. Oh, I can hear him buzzing by my ear. Get the heck out of here, dude. I'm recording a hip podcast. Really cool, don't you know? Couple of an extension cord would have been nice. We're not at a power site, but I have a little adapter for my car to blow up the air mattress, and that was a bit of a not fiasco, but it was a lot of organizing. I'm gonna grab you out of the air. I'm gonna grab you out of there and crush you between my fingers. Holy frick, dude. Learn when to quit. I had to pull the car up right up to the tent. And Maddie was in there with the oh, where is he? Oh, I almost had him. You win this round. Maddie was in there with the air mattress, like pressed up against the side of the tent, trying to get we fed the cord. The tent has one of those little like power like entrance things, so it's like it double backs over itself so bugs don't get in there. How's my hat? Oh, I'm falling apart, guys. These bugs are getting to me. I'm getting tilted. doubles back, the power goes through there, and so we had that because we didn't want a bunch of bugs to get in just because we were filling up the air mattress. But she was like pressed up against the wall of the tent, and the car wasn't close enough, so an extension cord would have been nice. What else did we say we needed? We don't have a dining tent, which a lot of people here have. We're walking by campsites. Everyone's living in luxury. A lot of trailers, too. Grow up. Dining tent maybe would be nice, but that's a cost to it, obviously. There's a cost there. But I could be recording mosquito-free if we had that, so maybe worthwhile. What else did we not have? Oh, yeah, big one. No soap, if you can believe that. Like, we have dish soap, but if we want to get clean, we had a little rinse-off shower last night, and that was just in water. Did not think to bring a bar of soap. Did not bring a body wash. We have a face wash, but my gosh, that stuff's primo expensive. Wait, how's the battery? Are we still chugging along? Oh, we're golden. I'm never gonna check that again. He says. Gonna check it again in probably 10 minutes. No soap, no body wash, just a face wash, and that stuff is too expensive to use on your whole bod, and also probably wouldn't even work that well. So that's a oversight. We've got 30,000 nectarines, so much food, no soap. That's kind of a bummer, but we'll live. We will live. Not looking forward to packing everything back into the car. Because we'll have to do that tomorrow. Setting the tent up was one thing. That was nice. That was not that bad. We figured it out. No arguments, really. The closest we got to arguing was over the air mattress thing, because it was a tight squeeze. I almost ran the tent over. Someone couldn't figure out how the valve worked. I won't say who, but it wasn't me. That was the closest we got to arguing, and even that was not that bad. The tent, nothing. I see stuff online of people going, setting up the tent, you're guaranteed 40-minute argument. Oh, that mosquito just... Did you see that? I deserved it for being rude. Mosquito just landed on my leg. I tried to squash him with my hand, not even realizing I'm holding like a full LaCroix. Spilled it all over myself. Devastating. That's fine. We live. We ball, as the kids say. We're so back. It's so over. We're so back. Guys, we're so back. The podcast, we're so back. We're so back. Yeah, I don't remember what I was saying. Holy frick. This is just a stream of consciousness. If I had a therapist, I wouldn't even need to meet him. I could just send him these, and they would have ample material. Like a solo podcast sent to a therapist. Like right now, I have an overwhelming urge to go check the battery again. I just saw that it had 2 bars. That says something about me for sure. Something's wrong with my brain and my level of worry over that. Like the light is kind of like reflecting off the screen on the recorder, and so I can't fully see that it's recording, and some part of me is like, that's not recording, it's stopped. You're wasting your time. I know it's not. I know it's still recording consciously, but something in my mental state is just a little ball of tense worry. Nope, I'm not going to check it. Not going to check it. My hat is kind of falling off my head, though. I'm going to fix that. Give me 1 sec, guys. Sorry for this. Fix the old hair. Fairly cool safari hat. Only a couple of these were ever made. I think 3 of them were ever made. They're pretty nice. One went to a fan. He bought it. And then Ben and I each have one. And the logo is printed slightly askew, which is awesome for us. Super cool that the printing company did that. That's fun. But, we're allowed to be a little disheveled. Get off my coffee, fly. Actually, no, you're chill. You're better than a mosquito, I'll tell you that. Why are you here instead of the poop lake? Go hang out by the poop lake. Yeah, glamping. we're glamping. We have a little tablecloth, a little picnic style tablecloth for the picnic table that's here. Picnic table's way bigger than I thought it would be. Tablecloth does not fit. We do not have clips for it either, so it's just kind of like weighted down with stuff. But again, who cares? We're living life. Maddie is pissed off about the poop water for sure. She's a big fan of the beach. Pretty much the main reason for camping in her mind is going to the beach, which I think is... I mean, she's welcome to her own opinion. I'm fully content to sit by the fire and do nothing. But Maddie is more of a do nothing on the beach type of gal. Maybe dip into the water as it gets hot. But, with the poop fiasco, can't do that without risking E. coli. So we're here. There is a beach we might go check out. But I'm not a big beach person. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The day is young. And we are young. We are young. What's that? Is that by Fun? That's a song by Fun. Horrible band name. What were you thinking with that? It's like, we're fun. Big mom energy with that band. That band is I would guess, almost entirely funded by moms putting their songs on cleaning playlists while they clean the house. Playing some music, blasting Fun, blasting Pink for sure. Pink is also big mom music. Trying to think, there's got to be some other that I can think of. My mom's a big fan of the song Red Red Wine. That's a classic mom song. Just a classic song in general, actually. That's a great song. Hard to argue with. What was I talking about? Yeah, Fun, bad band name. So we said to have fun, yeah. We go back tonight. Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at with camping. Now I see why Ben only did like a 40-minute episode on his solo episode. Because I think I'm like 20 minutes in, and I feel like I've been here for a million trillion years. I feel... Well, I was going to say I feel awkward with the empty space. Which would suggest that I can't sit in the quiet, which is not true. It's just I'm very conscious of the fact that this is, for a podcast, and we've got a huge audience listening, and they need to be entertained. Oh gosh, they need to be entertained. Now the flies are on me. All of them are on me. I welcomed this accidentally by saying it was fine, but it's not fine. Get off me. Frick off, dude. Yeah, I can sit in silence. I'm fully content. We probably will need another bundle of flippin' firewood, though, because I love just burning it up and sitting by the fire. We'll probably go into town, see what this cute little town has to offer. Maybe do dinner in town. No, we have too much food to do that. That would be unwise of us. We brought these. I ended up throwing them in last minute, but these vegan plant-based steaks. I might cook one of those up tonight, or both. They're pretty small. They look gross. I don't know how they're gonna work. We also have soup, which we can make. Ton of egg salad. It is hard to stress to you how over-prepared we are. We have enough egg salad to probably feed us for a week of lunches. Now, dinners, yeah, we would run out of food, but we would survive. We have so much food. We've got 24 granola bars just in the back. Oh, here we go. Ready? Mike away to sniffle. Gross. Gross again. But yeah, we are very overprepared, minus a couple of oversights with the soap and the extension cord and stuff. We borrowed a hammock from a friend. That was a disaster. We do not have trees that are we have 2 trees that are close, but they're over a ton of foliage in a way that I think we would just be eaten alive by mosquitoes. And then we have 2 trees that are they look like they'd be close enough, but they're not. And one of the trees is so wide that the ropes that came with the hammock will not wrap around the tree. So that's a little upsetting because, again, that's another thing that seems very camp to me. Not camp in the fun, over the top way, but camp in the camp way. Kicking back by the hammock. Not by the hammock, in the hammock. Reading on your campsite sounds really nice. And there is a perfect spot. Gosh, I wish I could show you, but I won't. But I don't think it's long enough. We could do it with some rope. We could try it. Could bust the rope out, give it a try. Probably won't, but you could try it right now. I could commentate it, and then I'd finally have something to talk about. I don't know either. You'd have to do the rope around the big one, absolutely. Bless you. The rope is in the back, I think, and the hammock is there. Never mind, they're together. All right. Let's see it. There's lots of leaves in it. It was given to us leaf full. What the flip? Okay, folks, we're going to try it. The 2023 Hammock Olympics have begun. Now, do I know how to tie a rope in such a way that it will stay around a tree? I do not. She's looking at the tree like there's something on it, and she's afraid to touch the tree itself. Is it dirty? The tree is dirty, or it's got bugs on it. It's got something. My guess is the mosquitoes would be so bad around there. She's already shaken. She hasn't even attempted to wrap the rope around the tree. She's kind of looking. Oh! If you look, there is a branch kind of sticking out. Yeah, that could... No. I mean to wrap around above that. And then you can get it around the tree, but that will kind of hold it at that height. Okay, she's making progress here. What? Spider? Folks, there was a spider. It's Mosquito City over there for sure. But it does not really fit. I don't think you'll have enough rope to tie a knot. Giving up immediately. Okay, so next time, more rope. Yeah, there's a lot of bugs over there. As soon as you take even a step towards the foliage, the bugs go buck wild. And they also, unfortunate for Maddie, fortunate for me, they do prefer her. They kind of swarm around her normally, which, again, great for me. Although these flies are flipping hanging out right now. My goodness. But, yeah, we're balling. We ball. No, we ball. We do. I swear we ball, you guys. You guys, we ball. Maddie, can you do me a favor? No. I was going to say to check the battery and make sure we're still recording. But that's an anxious tendency. And I'm not insane. That's rude. Gosh, when I send this to my therapist, they're going to have so much to say about you. What therapist? I refuse to get one. Potentially true. Potentially true. Maddie practically begs me to get into therapy. She says, you're so effed up. Your head's so effed up. You gotta go see someone. Your head's all effed. But je refuse. That's not true. That's so mean. Don't say I'm 12 minutes in. How long am I actually in? That's not true either. Don't say that. How long? 35? Even that? Oh, I still got 20 minutes left. That's crazy. Oh, that fire's ripping, dude. You are great at what you do. Thank you for this. I should do the last 20 minutes reading. I should be reading for the last 20 minutes in silence. So people can just enjoy the ambiance. No. People came for me. And Ben, but he's not here. Ben and I were supposed to go camping. Not just Ben and I. Our two families, the wives would have been invited. Not would have been invited. What am I saying? We planned something, the four of us. And by planned, Maddie planned it pretty much entirely herself. They helped. The key is I didn't help. Is what she's trying to get across there. And that's true. I didn't really help in the planning of that camping trip. And not only that, but I sort of single-handedly imploded that camping trip because I didn't go because that was the week that Ben did a solo episode, though, because I was in Montreal. And so the camping trip, Ben and Anissa went on their own, which is fine. They had fun, I think. Well, they didn't go with their own. They went with family. But I do think a Barely Cool camping trip would be sublime. I think that would go over really well. I think great podcast content would come out of that. And yet here I am alone because Ben has a job or something. They didn't want to come to this or whatever. We didn't even really invite them, to be honest. Yeah. Didn't really invite anyone. Could have. Should have. Should have indeed. And just wouldn't. Which is fine. That happens. You live and you learn. Much like the soap and the extension cord and the flip and everything else. There's a fly on my lens, on my camera lens. Is that gonna... I hope that I hope you can see that. He flew away, but that would be so funny. That happened the last time we recorded outside, too. There was a fly buzzing right by the lens, and it did not do anything. If someone comes by and goes, what are you doing over there? I'm going to tell them this is for therapy. Or a college project. Anything but a podcast. Can't tell them the truth. That's so embarrassing. Podcast that nobody listens to? Are you crazy? You're doing this while camping when you could be just enjoying your time? Yes. You've hit the nail on the head. This is what I'm doing. Look, I'll say this, okay? Podcasters have it rough. They have it harder than pretty much anyone, honestly. Some people, there's that sentiment that Twitch streamers have it harder than the troops. And I will not agree or disagree, but I will say podcasters have it harder than Twitch streamers because I don't have any stimuli. I'm not playing a little video game. I'm not, I don't have my laptop in front of me to do like a political just chatting stream. I don't even have the chat with me to kind of steal their jokes because that's what streamers really do. They say something moderately funny, and then someone in their chat will make a joke that's similar but funnier, and then the streamer will repeat it and act like they're riffing and act like it's their own joke. But I don't have that. This is all off the dome piece. I'm kind of like the Eminem of podcasters. I'm kind of like, this is kind of like my 8 Mile, is me podcasting alone on a campsite. Do with that what you will. I'm kind of like the Slim Shady of the podcast world. And like in that movie too, where he's like, people don't really know him and they don't really see how great he is at the beginning. That's kind of me right now. And Ben, but more so me. Because I don't have anyone to bounce off of. It's just coming straight from the dome piece, like I said, coming off the dome. Shiny and clean. And it's a little rough, but we polish and we buff as we go. And I'm not rhyming. You could say that. I'm not rhyming like Marshall Mathers would be. Sorry, I thought there was a bug on my face. I'm not really rhyming, and that's fine. But I just want people to call me the Eminem of podcasting because I don't have anyone to rely on. It's all me, baby. And Ben's not here. I can't even make jokes with him. So we're just talking about whatever hits the brain. Here's a crazy thing, okay? Here's a thought. Because Ben can't stop me from going down this rabbit hole. So you know how like okay, first off, we'll start right off the bat. Appalachian or Appalachian. I've heard people say Appalachian when they're from there. And everywhere else, like I was raised thinking it was Appalachian. But I'm going to say Appalachian because if people disagree with me, it's funny. And if I'm right, then I have a moral high ground. The Appalachian Mountains, right, they're so old and people think there's flipping freaky stuff going on there. Like there's like an energy around them, you know, like flipping, I don't know if it's like a spirit thing or some sort of ancient aura, you know, people talk about that like it's flipping, it's spooky around there, you know, in the forests by the mountains and whatever. And interestingly enough, I was reading about them. The Appalachians mountain range are older than what was some of the stuff I saw? The oldest mountain range by a million miles. Like, so old. The Appalachian mountain range is older than the rings of Saturn. They are older than trees, if you can believe that. Trees did not exist at the time of the forming of the Appalachian mountain range. They had not evolved yet to exist. I also read that they're older than bones, which, yeah, that makes sense, actually, because, you know, you would have like an exoskeleton kind of critter first. Like, they're older than flipping so much. Older than trees and older than Saturn's rings is wild. And another thing I read is they used to be longer in the sense that they connected to other ranges. I'm going to take a little sip of this LaCroix. I'm talking a lot. I've just been holding this as it's going slowly flat. Hey, stay tuned for that Appalachian fact. Oh, another sniffle. Oh, so gross. Someone's making egg salad. Ooh, it's about to get stinky up in here. The Appalachian mountain range used to be connected before the continental drift. And so I just read this. And when I say I read this, I mean I read this on one of those TikToks where they screenshot information and then they just put it, and then there's like video stuff in the background. Yeah, there's a little beetle on that pot. He's cool. He's chill. The Appalachians, I believe, in that same mountain range is also connected up in the British Isles, like up in that little chunk, and also in Scandinavia. And some people believe, and by some people, you know, I'll just say, some people have had the theory that, like, you know, that the strange stuff that happens around the Appalachians. This hand might be out of the frame. Strange stuff that happens around the Appalachians could be connected to kind of like the Fae folklore that you'll find in Britain and in a lot of like Norse mythology. And some people think it's connected to the mountain range in of itself because it's so flippin' old. Did you catch what I was saying? The Appalachian mountain range is older than the rings of Saturn. Also older than trees. Does not care. Gave me like just the simplest of them. Oh, that's neat. Doesn't care. The mind-boggling fact that these mountains that you can just go walk to. If you live in that area, go spend some time in the Appalachians. Go camping there. Backcountry camping in the Appalachians. I'm sure you'll be fine and nothing strange will happen to you. But that mountain range, you can just go there, and it's been there longer than flipping trees have been around. So that's crazy. Oh yeah, Maddie's behind the camera and she's at the picnic table because that's where I have the camera set up. She's getting tilted by the bugs. They're flying around her. I've been in Bug City this whole time. Flies are landing on me left, right, and center. Do I smell the egg salad? Give me a sec. No. No, I just smell the campfire and also the sweet smoky scent coming off these mosquito coils that I think will kill me. But hey, can you guys shut up over there? Thanks. People at the campsite nearby, they don't know I'm recording the hit podcast Barely Cool. A little embarrassing for them. What? For how many times I've said that? 3. Maybe 4. I don't think more than 5. Surely not more than 5. Let's have another sip of this quickly flattening peach pear LaCroix. Anyways, I would kill to do a podcast like camping in the Appalachians because I'm sure it'd be weird. And I think Bigfoot's around there. And Ben doesn't believe in Bigfoot. But let's keep it squatchy. You could, yeah, it's probably clean. Give it a lick. I mean, I'll make an egg salad after this. I think make a little egg salad, Sammy. What? I would love that. I could eat it on the podcast because I still have probably 15 billion minutes left to go. But I do think there's weird stuff longer than 15 billion, 16 billion, more, 20 billion, 54 minutes, 55 minutes, somewhere around there. But this video is also been going a minute longer. I want to break 50. I want to show Ben that I can do it. What? 10 minutes? Oh, cruising. Yeah, so a lot of, I do think I've heard so many stories about weird stuff happening in the Appalachians. I would kill to do a podcast there, camp it out. And now that I'm a big camp guy, oh, you're going to give me that one, the one you just made? Oh, my goodness gracious. You're an angel. Get away from me, flies. I think weird stuff happens there, and I think it'd be fun to do a podcast there. And the story, the folklore. Oh my gosh, this fly's flying on my. You have to be so careful. That almost knocked the camera. You just knocked my e-reader over. Flipping the British. You are good. Your cousin. You knocked him with the buns. Bun bag knocked the beetle off the frickin' bun bag knocked the frickin' beetle off the pod. Bun bag knocked the beetle off the pod. Frickin' pissed. Maddie hates that voice. We do it in all our podcasts now. I'm gonna have a little bite of this, but yeah, the Fae folklore stuff is crazy, guys. Look into that. Did you cut through the bottom? Cut a hole. You cut a hole through the bottom of your bun. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm going to eat this before the flies get to it. Give me a sec, guys. This is a Barely Cool egg salad moment. One of our iconic egg salad moments. Go over me. I made this egg salad, you guys, at home. Let me put it in the cooler on the way here. Shout out Jalen for loaning us this cooler and also the hammock that doesn't work. Thanks a lot. Dropping egg salad everywhere. Should have used a spoon. Okay. This fly wants this egg salad so bad, dude. Me too. You guys like egg salad? Listening at home? Underrated. I wouldn't bring it on public transit and open it on a bus. That's a little rude because it's got a smell to it. But I mean, it'll fill you up, and it's not the healthiest, but it's not unhealthy. I should have brought pickles. Could have put some pickles in here. Pickles and egg salad is good. Don't love when they do the celery, but I like pickles, little bits of dill pickle. Oh, yeah. That hits the spot. I did a nice bit of black pepper. Black pep. Oh, yeah. Doing good. Got egg salad all over your hands? That's unfortunate. Don't want to do that. We got these nice Kaiser buns, too. I was content to just do a loaf of bread, but Maddie bought these buns, and I gotta say, she was right. This is the move. It's nice and fluffy. I was gonna say, is that gross? Hearing me chew egg salad? Probably. I'm also probably covered in it. My face feels like it's covered in egg salad. Is it? Nice. It's just being a part of the egg salad moment. Oh, it's like on my cheek? That's fine. We're having lunch together, guys. If you're listening at home, it's anywhere close to lunchtime, flipping, pause this right now. Go make yourself some lunch. Make yourself a Sammy or something. Egg salad if you got it. And let's enjoy this together. I should share some survival tips. Yeah. That'll really get engagement up on this podcast. Survival tip number 1. Don't swim in the E. coli lake. Should be obvious. Apparently it isn't. You know how they say keep food up high so bears don't get it? Here's my survival tip. Be nicer to bears. They're hungry too. You know those ads where it's like winter and it shows like, it's like they're cold. If you're cold, they're cold. Let them inside or whatever. It's kind of a funny little meme about letting raccoons into your house. That's how I feel about feeding bears. They just want a bit of egg salad. Let them have a bite. What's the worst that could happen? Survival tip number 3. Poison ivy is only as bad as you think it is. It's kind of mostly psychosomatic. You could rub yourself up in poison ivy. And if you think you'll be fine, you'll probably be fine. Don't give poison ivy the power. Barely cool survival tip number 4. Let's come up with a good one. You know how they say moss always grows north? That's just not true. That actually might be a real tip. I'm looking around. I see moss on every flipping angle of these trees. So, that one sounds like you know, they say that moss grows north or whatever. I don't think that's true. I think moss grows whichever way it wants to grow. Don't follow the moss. There's my survival tip. Blew that mosquito out of the flipping air. Really cool survival tip number 5. Mosquitoes are little servants of Satan. Don't trust them. Cool trailer. Get a tent. That's barely cool survival tip number 6. You don't need a trailer. Get a tent. Oh my goodness, that was a delicious sandwich made by my wife. Barely cool survival tip number 7. You don't need to wash dishes as often as you think you do. This one's probably fine. So, as we close, get near closing. Let's see how we're doing. Oh yeah. Chug this nearly flat LaCroix, and we'll close out the podcast. Little mosquito fly from my dang face. Quit it. I'm not even chugging. I'm just gonna keep spilling it. I keep just taking big gulps. Real barely cool tip. Leave nature better than how you found it. Don't litter, because that's scummy, and don't do that. Gather up all your garbage. Don't leave any mess. And we are going to gather up our garbage when we leave. Guys, this has been great talking to you. No Ben. Just you and me. Kind of like, like when your stepdad is like really trying to like relate to you one-on-one. That's me right now. We're having fun, right? I'll take you to Chuck E. Cheese's. We can go get pizza, play skis ball. It's going to be a good time. And, me and your mom are really happy together, and we just want you to be happy. Sport. So, thanks for hanging out, just me and you, huh, bro Chacho? Okay. I'll see you next time on the Barely Cool Podcast. And Ben will be back. And it'll be better. So, sayonara.
I've been barely cool for a while, cool with a wink or a smile, but I'm cooler than you, or with or without buzz. I've started, this is really hard for me. Well, I'll stop myself if nobody else does.
How was that? Was that good? Did you hear that sniffle? Ben, if you're listening to this in post, it'd be nice to have you back. And we'll go camping soon, okay? And we won't get naked. Ding, right when I winked. Ding, another little twinkle in my eye when I wink.